Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode about the movies with William Fletcher. As per usual, I'm your host, William Fletcher, and this week, sorry for. So I'm just going to say before I continue that I apologize for an episode not coming out yesterday. That things sort of got out of my control in that situation, and I was not able to get an episode done in time for yesterday's recording. So for that, I apologize. I'm trying to get episodes out on Monday, but if not, you can usually expect them on the Tuesday afterwards, like the day after. So this is going to be another quick one that's just by myself, and I'm just going to be discussing Breaking Bad slash Better Call Saul slash El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. So the day that this will be released will be the day that season 6 of Better Call Saul will have dropped. So I'm just going to give my thoughts on Breaking Bad as a show, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, and Better Call Saul as it currently stands. I've just finished season 5, so I'm ready to. I'll probably do this, upload this, and then watch the 2 episodes of Better Call Saul that have just come out. So I think I've mentioned before my opinions on El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, and one of my what films I watched this month. Sorry, and I really liked it. I thought it was a very nice. That's just my. I'll get on that. I'll get on my opinions, all that momentarily. So, Breaking Bad. I feel like I don't need to say a whole lot on it. It is arguably the greatest TV show that has ever been made. It is so outstanding and incredible and amazing just on every level. And just in terms of the acting alone makes the show absolutely excellent. If the story was the story was sort of middling and like it was a decent story but had great characters, this would still probably be one of the best shows ever made. But thankful it's a show that doesn't just coast by on the performances. It's an incredibly intensely well written show with absolutely outstanding performances from the entire cast. Like there is no one in Breaking Bad that is a bad actor. They are all very very good. Bryan Cranston, the obvious call there. He has won multiple Emmys for his performance as Walter White, and which is fair enough. He is absolutely incredible in that role, and he's just an incredible. Bryan Cranston is just an incredible actor. And he's one of those guys where he seemed, because before this he had done, what 6, 7 seasons of Malcolm in the Middle, or however many it was, and like he didn't need to, he he's like a well, because in that he's a dad, and he's a happy, he's a very nice loving father. I assume I haven't seen Malcolm in the Middle, but I presume it's probably very very nice in it. Because that's a comedy show in a way, unlike Breaking Bad, which is a hard hitting drama. And he's absolutely excellent. Aaron Paul also an excellent actor. He is absolutely he is perfect as Jesse Pinkman, and I guess that does sort of lead into El Camino as well. My thoughts on that, where he just brings so much emotion to El Camino. He just works super well in regards to that film. He's absolutely fantastic in El Camino. And El Camino is like a perfect wrap up to Breaking Bad as a story, and it's a perfect wrap up to his character. And it gives the ending that it gives them a nice ending that you want to see, because you want to see Jesse get a happy ending, especially considering after everything that he had gone through by the end of Breaking Bad. You just want him to be happy and to sort of ride off into the sunset, as it were. And El Camino, I feel, is it while it is a bit long of a movie, to be honest, I think it's a very, very great ending to the Breaking Bad timeline as we currently know it. It's the most recent part of the timeline, and who knows, they could come back in a couple decades time with Jesse being much older and having a sort of one more story to sort of to see where Jesse is 10, 15, 20 years later, if they so choose. But there's also the possibility that they just don't do that, which is also fine. But because they don't necessarily need to do more with this story. They wrapped up Jesse's story. The final episode of Breaking Bad wraps up Walter White's story. Everything is finished. It's all everything is finished. Like Breaking Bad is the end of Walter White's journey, and El Camino is just a little coda on the end. That is the end of Jesse Pinkman's story, which you don't really get in the show. Like the ending of the show, you don't get that necessarily in the same way, because like the final scene of Breaking Bad as a TV show is with Walter White, and the end of his character, it's just Walter White, and there is a sort of final farewell and goodbye with Jesse Pinkman, but you don't. But truly, Breaking Bad, the show overall, is Walter White's story, and El Camino is Jesse's story, and then the conclusion of his character arc in a way, and it's really good. El Camino is a really good movie. Breaking Bad is an excellent TV show, and then you've got Better Call Saul, which I just finished season 5, and I'm ready, and I cannot wait to watch season 6 and to see how they continue this. But my goodness, Better Call Saul, also fantastic show. It does wane a bit in the middle, in season 2 especially. Season 2 is very much like really, like, this is sort of, it's a bit of a drop in quality comparatively to because all of Breaking Bad seasons are pretty much perfect, like 10 out of 10. Like seasons 5 and 4, 10 out of 10 masterclasses of seasons of television. Season 1 is also a 10 out of 10. Season 2 is like a 9.5, and season 3 also a 9.5, possibly a 9 out of 10. Like that is pretty much perfection. Like that is perfect television that has been created right there. And to compare it with Better Call Saul, like season 1 of Better Call Saul, 9 out of 10, very strong. Season 2, 8 out of 10, maybe 7.5 even out of 10, which isn't a bad score, but it's not the level Breaking Bad was operating at. Like, Breaking Bad operated at such an incredibly high level over its entire run. No episode got below an 8 out of 10 for me. It was all perfect on so many levels and just worked so well. And Better Call Saul in season 2 definitely loses that, but they pick it right back up in season 3. Seasons 3 and 4 are like 8.5 out of 10. Just purely excellent television. And season 5, which I just finished, 9 out of 10. The best season of Better Call Saul so far. Like, the best of season 5 of Better Call Saul is up there with almost the best of Breaking Bad. Like, it's absolutely phenomenal, and that's just that final like 5 episode run, or like episodes 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 of season 5 is an incredible run of television right there. From Wexler v. Goodman, so you've got Wexler v. Goodman, JMM, Bagman, Bad Choice Road, and Something Unforgivable. Like that 5 episode run that I've just watched through in the past 24-ish hours is so just incredible to watch that all together, to watch everything start to slowly unravel for the characters, and everything to start slowly be put into place, and everything getting set up for Breaking Bad, because it's a prequel series, so they need to do the setups for characters who are in Breaking Bad. You've got people who are like Hector Salamanca, who's in, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. They need to do stuff to him to set up his character. They need to set up stuff for Gus. They need to set up stuff for Mike. But the really interesting part is how they're going to be wrapping up Saul Goodman in this show, because we know how his series ends. It's an episode 15 of Breaking Bad, Granite State. At the very beginning of the episode, Saul Goodman's character journey, as far as we know, he leaves. In episode 15, he leaves. And most of episode 15 is just with Walter White and him living his life, away from everyone. And so it's been interesting as well to watch for so many episodes of Better Call Saul leading up to this. Is a lot of them have the sort of cold opens where we see, Saul Goodman or Jimmy post Breaking Bad and what he's doing. He's working at a Cinnabon. He's changed his name. He's got a mustache. He's balding. And it's interesting to watch how that will wrap up, because presumably Better Call Saul will finish with him in, where he is currently. I feel that the way I feel like the final episode of Better Call Saul will be like Jimmy's life post Breaking Bad, because that's what everything has been building to for the past however many years, and the show, I feel, has also been, sort of by season been building towards Breaking Bad. It takes place, I believe, in 2003, so that season, so 5 years before the events of Breaking Bad. So on a sort of a timeline scale, on sort of the line of a timeline, Better Call Saul presumably will end up, beginning of Breaking Bad, or maybe when Saul's character is introduced in Breaking Bad. And it's just going to be absolutely incredible to watch. I've got the first 2 episodes of season 6 ready to watch, and I'm absolutely stoked. I've been waiting so long to finally finish the first 5 seasons to get ready to watch season 6 tonight, as it's come out, and I've been just waiting so long to see after, from the moment I finished. I remember watching the final episode of Breaking Bad, and I was just like, that is the greatest TV show that has ever been created, and now I can't wait to see the spin-off. And I've just finished, in the last couple weeks, I've been catching up on Better Call Saul in preparation for season 6, and now that I've all caught up, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really great, but it's also gonna be sad and quite melancholic, because it sucks, because when you watch a really great TV show, especially a show like this that I've binged in the past, little while. I watched some of it last year, and then I took sort of a break, and I've caught up with it. It's gonna be unfortunate, because it's a show that people have been spending years with, so I can't imagine how people who have been watching this since episode 1 came out, how they are gonna feel when this show comes to a close, because I didn't watch Breaking Bad when it was airing. I was about 4 or 5 years old when season 1 premiered, so and you never watch the prequel series before if the prequel series comes out first, then if the prequel series comes out second, rather, you watch the original series first and then the prequel. And but it's just, I cannot wait for what they do with this final season of Better Call Saul. It's gonna be so unbelievably brilliant, and I'm so excited and so ecstatic. So I'm gonna just quickly wrap up, give my scores for these 3, and then I will wrap up, and I'll see, and then you guys can look forward to next week's episode. So Breaking Bad, 10 out of 10. The greatest TV show ever made, in my opinion. I absolutely love it to bits. It's incredible. It's fantastic. If you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it right now. It's one of the most important shows probably in the history of television. I do highly recommend that you all go check it out if you haven't already. Then El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, I'm giving that an 8 out of 10. I believe I have discussed this on my what films I watched this month a few months ago, but if you haven't seen it, go listen to that and you can hear my more in-depth thoughts. And Better Call Saul, the TV series, is a 9 out of 10. It's a brilliant prequel, and it's an absolutely great continuation of this franchise. So thank you all for listening to this one. This is just a bit rambly. I know it's a bit of a shorter one this week, but that just happens. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and yeah, check out all the previous episodes, check out all the social media stuff, and I will see all of you guys in the next one. Goodbye.